think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim, but I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
Tracy! 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 Oh, that's a new one.
You know, you're not calling a duck. What do you want?
You know who the first people in America were?
The Vikings?
No.
Columbus?
No.
Chuck Norris?
No.
Ooh, I got a good one. Mr. T.
No, fool!
Well, then who?
The Native Americans. You know, like the Iroquois.
Who dey?
They're the people that lived in upstate New York before all those people you mentioned came here.
What do they do?
For recreation, you know, like fun, they would play lacrosse, you know, like we do. And then all the little kids, when they got really, really bored, they would make husk dolls that they would play with. And they didn't have faces because they thought that it was destroying a soul when the people had faces on them.
Weird. Right. Okay, I know we can do this, Katie. Didn't the Indians do this?
Yeah, I think they did.
Or did they use sticks? I didn't really know.
I don't know. They probably used both.
Sounds good to me. See, I told you we can get it started. All we had to do is keep doing this.
Yep, now we just need flame.
Flame. See, I told you it'd work.
I'll never doubt you again.
Thank you very much. Katie, do you mind telling me a little bit more about the Iroquois? Like what types of villages they lived in?
Well, their villages were on top of really high hills.
Why?
So that they could see their enemies approaching.
Huh. But where did they keep all their equipment?
They had these things called palisades, and they had shelving so they could keep all of their weapons.
Cool. So, what's, about the houses? What was up with them?
They lived in things called longhouses.
Oh, I've heard of them. They had fires like this one, and they had little holes in the roof like a chimney.
Yeah.
But what was up with that weird pattern that they had around, to other neighborhood houses?
They had the weird pattern around there so that if a fire erupted from their while they were cooking, it wouldn't spread to the other houses.
Not bad. Wish we thought of that.
Really?
But what did they cook?
They cooked food like beef, pork, chicken.
Katie, your marshmallow's on fire. Marshmallow!
Chicken, nice fried chicken, barbecued chicken. Won't you send it down the line? Hey, what's all this talk about chicken? Chicken is a popular word, but everywhere you go you're bound to find a chicken ain't nothing but a bird. Some people call it a fowl, that's the story I've heard. Well, let them call it this, let them call it that, a chicken ain't nothing but a bird. You know you can bake it, roast it, broil it, cook it in a pan or a pot. Eat it with potatoes, rice, or tomatoes. Chicken's still what you've got, boys. It was a dish for old Caesar, also King Henry III. Columbus was smart, said you can't fool me. A chicken ain't nothing but a bird.
What kind of stuff did they use when they were fighting?
They use stuff like knives and spears, clubs, bows and arrows, that kind of stuff.
Sounds pretty original. But what did they do when they weren't fighting?
Well, the men, they hunted for all the meat that they ate. The women, they picked the berries and the nuts, and then they made the clothing, and the kids just kind of chilled out.
What kind of clothing did they wear?
They made the stuff that they wore out of the skin of the deer and the stuff that they killed.
That's kind of weird. Wearing something that was already alive. Wait, that's for coats, right? Whoopsie. Oh well, but how'd they get around to get all that stuff?
They used this thing called canoes to get around in the water.
Oh, but what happens in the winter when the water was frozen over?
Well, they would use these things on their feet when they were in the snow. They were kind of like tennis rackets.
Oh, snowshoes?
Yeah.
Oh, I wore those once when I was in the Alps. I don't know how I was there, though. It must have been a dream. Oh, well.
Where am I? Katie?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Watching Wile E. Coyote.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm dreaming, aren't I?
Yeah.
Katie?
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Obama and McCain hugging behind you?
Huh?
This is not right. Can you explain to me?
Well, why don't you explain it to us?
Who's us?
Our audience.
Explain what to our audience and you?
Dream interpretations. You know, like the Iroquois did.
Oh, you mean like some of their ceremonies?
Yeah.
That's right. Let me just put this into third person perspective so you guys can see me explain this.
Okay.